Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique and reaction videos on basically anything on the internet that interests me, ranging from pop culture to internet culture and anything in between. So if any of that interests you, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. Alrighty guys, in today's video we have a lot of drama and tea to get into. It is piping hot. So without further ado, I just want to get into it. So we're talking about Nikita Dragun and Trisha Paytas, the two problematic queens, basically had a huge throwdown and fight on Twitter, and I was keeping track of the whole thing in real time, and I was screenshotting. I have all the screenshots. So today's video is going to be really tweet heavy. I'm going to be reading out a lot of the tweets and giving my thoughts on it because this did all take place on Twitter. So if you don't like me reading out tweets, I'm sorry, but I gotta do what I gotta do to give you guys the tea and give you the drama, but I will also be giving you my thoughts on the whole thing in between me reading the tweets. But without further ado, let's get into it because I'm about to dive in to today's drama. Let's get it. Okay, so this all started because of Nikita Dragun's Snapchat reality show. So if you don't know, Nikita Dragun has a Snapchat reality show called Nikita Unfiltered. I've already made a whole video about the first season and it's so problematic. So if you'd like to check out that video, I will link it down below. But a lot of people, a lot of you guys have been asking me to make one for season 2, and never fret, never fear, I will be making one for season 2, but I'm just waiting for the whole season to be out first before I make one, just because the episodes are very short. I can't make a video per episode. I mean, I could, but that would be a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, just wait for that video. It'll be coming soon once all of season 2 is out. So yeah, Nikita Dragun posted on Instagram saying, "Cancel me as many times as you want. My show is still running. Nikita Unfiltered season 2. So basically it's a clapback, basically saying like, you know, you all can cancel me, whatever, who cares? I still have a show. And then Trisha Paytas retweets it and just makes a jab at her and says, on Snapchat, because Snapchat's basically a dying platform, so it was just kind of a joke. And this is when it gets messy. It just snowballs from here. So let's dive in. Nikita Dragun says 30 million viewers and a billboard on Sunset. But anyways, let me go back to filming my Netflix show. So I guess Nikita Dragun has a Netflix show that she's filming. What it could be about, who knows, because she's as interesting as a doorknob, but that's neither here nor there. Also 30 million viewers. I'd like to see the stats on that. Moving on. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit confusing because Nikita makes it about the trans community. We'll get into it. So she says, "Trisha, haven't you done enough to the trans community? There's no need to downplay mine or any trans woman's accomplishment. Happy Trans Day of Visibility at Trisha Paytas." Okay, now first of all, I think this is a little bit ridiculous because Trisha Paytas did not even mention you being trans. It has nothing to do with you being trans. You're just using that as a scapegoat to try and garner sympathy and make it seem like you're being hate crimed when you're not. You being trans has nothing to do with her calling you out for having a Snapchat reality show. It just is what it is. Yes, you are trans and that's part of you, but it's not every single instance that occurs. Like every time someone brings something up, you can't be like, "Stop trying to discredit me because I'm trans." Like that doesn't really make sense because that's not what she was doing. Anyway, so then Dustin Daly retweets it and says, "I love you, Nikita, but let's not act like you don't change your skin tone every other week. You're just as problematic." Which to that she responds, "Downplaying or mocking the success of a trans woman is incredibly toxic for the community. Countless women, men, and non-conforming people have paved the way for someone like me. So a small win like a show on Snapchat that's watched by millions is huge. This isn't about me." She says, "Trans people have been pushed to the side since the dawn of time, never getting acknowledgement or rewarded for the impact we have had on society as a whole. We are here and we have always been here, human to the core. That is not a choice. Trans Day of Visibility." Also interesting how she didn't address the whole changing of her skin tone, because if you don't know, Nikita Dragun is constantly called out for blackfishing and for race baiting and all these things. I have a whole video detailing this where I basically call out Nikita for all of her problematic things. So if you want to check that video out, I'll link it down below. But yeah, she just ignores that. And then we move on to her coming for Trisha Paytas. So basically Keemstar decided to dip his toes into the drama. So he retweets this video and it's basically of Trisha Paytas having a slap dance by Trevi Moran. Just to clarify, Trevi Moran was in this video when they were younger, when they were 16, giving Trisha Paytas a lap dance. It's gross and it's inappropriate. And Shane Dawson's in the video, of course. So now we get into the issues with Trisha Paytas. Yes, this is in the past, but it still happened. But this is something that I want to say, is a lot of the times they're bringing up Trisha Paytas' past whenever Trisha Paytas is bringing up Nikita Dragun's present. Now, what do you guys think about this? Deflecting from present day issues with past issues, because I think both are problematic, but we're focusing on present day issues, not past issues. I think present day issues are more relevant because they're occurring in the present day. Like Trisha Paytas has already acknowledged a lot of these things and apologized for them. That doesn't negate the fact that they happen, but it's not the same thing as Nikita Dragun never apologizing for her race baiting or never apologizing for not wearing a mask in the middle of a panini press. So then Keemstar also caught Trisha Paytas with this tweet that says, "This boy is 16 years old and just so cute. If it were legal, I would date him. I'd fly to PA to do so. Hashtag flattered." Now this tweet is from 2013. We're really digging and digging and digging. Like I said, it doesn't negate the fact that she said it, but she's already addressed it and apologized. And then Ethan Klein decided to step his toes in and defend his homie Trisha Paytas, said Nikita Dragun probably spread COVID to more people than actually watched her show. And then he said, "With peace and love, I actually don't know anything about her, just saw her talking shit on Trisha." And then Nikita said, "Where do I talk shit? I love Trisha. She had my back when you were still worrying if I photoshopped my ass or not. I would simply stated that downplaying a trans person's accomplishment on Trans Day of Visibility is harmful to my community." I kind of see her point. Like, I feel like Trisha Paytas could have chosen any other day to bring Nikita down than Trans Day of Visibility. I don't think Trisha Paytas was trying to perform a hate crime, but I think that the day she chose to do it was very problematic. So I do understand where Nikita's coming from when it comes to that. And then Trisha Paytas says, "Girl, no one ever knew you. I still don't. You're pretending people actually show up to your meet and greets." Which to that, Nikita said, "You know me enough to talk about me on your podcast and get excited when I send you Dragon Beauty PR." And then Trisha Paytas said, "Girl thinking she did something with a plastic egg, LOL. Find a talent and maybe you can have people you call fans one day." And then Nikita said, "Not bad for a girl with a plastic egg." Included a magazine cover of her. And then Trisha said, "LMAO, what even is this? This is embarrassing. Keep flexing that Snapchat show." And then Nikita Dragun said, "I will, babe. Congrats on your little podcast," with a picture of Nikita Dragun unfiltered on a billboard. Now, I don't think she can say congrats on your little podcast because Frenemies is like one of the most successful podcasts at the moment, garnering millions and millions of views. So calling it a little podcast is just not really it. I would say that out of Nikita Dragun's Snapchat reality show and the Frenemies podcast is way more popular. Trisha says, "Sis thinks everyone is downplaying her success because she's trans. No, you're cocky as hell. Attitude is being checked for putting people in danger. Pandemic and your minor fans. You bragging about Snapchat show thinking you're thriving is laughable. You're a huge problem in society." And then Nikita Dragun retweets a tweet that Trisha made in 2014 saying, "When Trevor Moran turns 18, I'm so ready for him. I can hear you echo in my pants," which obviously is very inappropriate. And then Nikita Dragun says, "Inappropriate age?" ? Basically referring to the whole minors thing, because if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot, and that is that Nikita Dragun is friends with the Lopez brothers and also James Charles, who are both accused of inappropriately messaging minors. So that's how that drama came about. Oh my god, there's so many layers to this. It's like a ratatouille, but it don't taste good. Then Trisha Paytas responded basically saying that the tweets were photoshopped and that they dated back to 2014. "Try harder. Let's bring up all the TikToks in 2021 and 2020 with Nikita being way inappropriate with young boys / P-word. You're old AF girl. Time to get a real job." Okay, I don't really understand why she's saying time to get a real job because you're both influencers. Do you see how I'm not really siding with either of them? They're both saying stupid shit. Moving on, Trisha Paytas says, "Nikita loves her P-words. Trash supporting trash part 2. And then she basically showed pictures of Nikita Dragun with James Charles and pictures of her with the Lopez brothers. And then Nikita Dragun responded with a picture of Trisha Paytas with Shane Dawson, basically saying like, "You hang out with problematic people, I hang out with problematic people too." But the difference is, Nikita Dragun, you still support and hang out with those problematic people, whereas Trisha Paytas has cut off those problematic people, so there is a difference there. And then Trisha Paytas responded and said, "He's trash like you. I denounce it. You're a chicken shit coward that's still desperate for any and all clout." And then she retweets her tweet and says, "Go make TikToks with admitted P-words. That's blood money on your make-believe reality show." And then Nikita responds and says, "Go back to Shane, Jeffrey, or David. You were funnier back then." And then Trisha Paytas retweets a picture of Nikita Dragun's Snapchat where she says, "Trash supporting trash part 1, hair by Jay and Nikita." Now, if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot, and that is that Trisha Paytas had a huge drama altercation with Hair by Jay, where he basically insulted her, called her horrible names, made fun of her skin, her weight, her job, her house, everything. But basically, he's super problematic. We don't like him over here on this channel. And Nikita Dragun, of course, is supporting him, just like Jeffree Star. Am I surprised? No, not really. And then Trisha Paytas comes for another dig, which is very layered as well, and says, hire another fake boyfriend to be on this fake magazine. Because if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. I sound like Peter Mon, I'm pretty sure that's his catchphrase, because if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. And that is that Nikita Dragun had a fake boyfriend for a time being. She paid someone to be her fake boyfriend. Allegedly? Or was this proven? I don't really know. I'm going to say allegedly to be safe. And yeah, so that was a huge controversy. So when Trisha Paytas said that, Nikita Dragun responded and said, I'll be sure to call up your lost dancer boy, which is kind of a weak diss because who cares that like Trisha Paytas hires dancers for her music videos? Like, I'm not really seeing where the diss is. And then Trisha Paytas tweets, I can pay for billboards too, bish. Anyone who has money can have one. Literally, you try so hard. And she included pictures of her with billboards. She says, see you at your next mall tour. I'll look for the Victoria's Secret sign you'll Photoshop at yours. Now, if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. And that is that Nikita Dragun Photoshopped her Dragon Beauty sign to show that it was being promoted on a TV screen when it was not, when she went to a mall to have a meet and greet and like barely anyone showed up to her meet and greet. And then she responds to that and says, see you there, Gone Guru girl, with Trisha Paytas in a really heavy deep tan. I'm not really sure what Gone Guru means. I should look that up. Something to do with Japan. I don't know. Maybe it's basically she was saying that she was culturally appropriating. And then Trisha Paytas says, girl, read the comments. You're literally embarrassing yourself, but I guess you love looking like a clown. Cute. Oh God, I'm getting exhausted reading these tweets. And then Nikita Dragun questioned her by saying OnlyFans. And then Trisha Paytas says, cute, shaming sex workers. Nikita says, how is that shaming? Just trying to plug your show and help you out. Trisha Paytas says, you should take advantage of OnlyFans. Escorting during a pandemic is extremely dangerous there. Super spreader. But gotta pay for those fake billboards and fake boyfriend somehow, I guess. I don't know, she's accusing Nikita of being an escorter. I don't really know where that came from. And she said, honestly, if I was still escorting in old age, I'd be bitter too. Yikes, poor thing is so delusional. Hopefully one day she'll find love and success so she doesn't have to pay for it. I think she's saying that she was escorting by paying for her boyfriend. I think that's what she's referring to. Yeah, because she says Nikita Dragun pays a model to hang out with her, then publicly shames him because he doesn't want to date her. Nikita Dragun, friends with 3 admitted P-words. Nikita Dragun, never seen once with a mask during the Panini press. Nikita Dragun setting back trans equality by weaponizing. Nikita says, weren't you just on Rodeo filming TikToks with people without a mask on? Love that for you. Trisha then says, you're literally the dumbest human alive. Like, actually, I feel really sorry for you. This is like high school drama at this point. And then Nikita says, the feelings mutual, love, XO. Trisha says, I'm not even trying to cancel Nikita Dragun because by the tweets, I think she's the only person online more hated than me. At this point, I just feel so sad. She needs to humble herself / reflect on why so many people have distaste for her. Spoiler, it has zero to do with her gender identity. That's true. I don't think people have issues with her because she's trans. I think they have issues with her because she's problematic. And then Nikita Dragun tweets and deletes the thumbnail of Trisha Paytas' trans video. Now, if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. And Trisha Paytas came out as trans a year or 2 ago and then took it back. And then now she identifies as non-binary, I believe. So then Trisha Paytas retweeted that and said, imagine mocking a non-binary person who has been confused for their identity for 20 years. You're a piece of shit to try and spin my disgust for you as trash human into general trans hate spin. You're disgusting. Oh my God. And then Trisha Paytas addresses all the incidences that came up of her problematic past and says, I've had isolated incidences 10 years ago that I talk openly about, acknowledge, and repent. Nikita Dragun hasn't apologized for nasty, vile shit she's done all 2020. She's repulsive, and all the tweets reflect how sick you make everyone. Now, this is the point that I was trying to make, is yes, Trisha Paytas has done a lot of problematic things, but she's addressed them and she's apologized for them. Does that negate the fact that she still did problematic things? No, she still did them. But the problem is, Nikita Dragun does problematic things, doesn't address them, and doesn't apologize for them. So am I on someone's side? No. But do I think that Trisha Paytas and Nikita Dragun are on the same level of problematica? No. By the way, that's a word I coined, problematica. Love it. Next up is you're a domestic abuser and P-word. You need to be locked up. There's no apology that can excuse you from your despicable actions, Trisha Paytas. And to this, she included a picture of Moses with a bruised arm. She's basically accusing Trisha Paytas of abusing her husband or fiance. I couldn't include the picture because obviously I'm not going to include a picture of someone with a bruise, but you'll just have to take my word for it or find it on Twitter. And then Trisha Paytas says, didn't know it was your apology to accept. God, no wonder your only friends are P-words. You'll be going to jail soon. And then Nikita Dragun retweeted Keemstar's tweet calling Trisha Paytas Paytas a P word and said, "Yo, Nikita Dragun, my news team has folders on Trisha. This is like 5% of it." To which Trisha Paytas made a tweet saying, "Justin, aka Justin Bieber, likes curves. Baby, I know you're underage boo-boo, but these humps and bumps on my body would gladly go to jail for you." Oh, God. That is disgusting. So I'm not excusing Trisha Paytas' behavior, but she has addressed it. So let's just keep that in mind. And then Trisha Paytas retweets Nikita Dragun's tweet and says, "You are the most pathetic human. You don't get cancelled because no one cares. Glad I could give you some relevancy for a few. Blocking you because honestly it's not even cute anymore. You are sad and lonely and pathetic. A P word and an abuser and a danger to society. Wear a mask, the least you can do." And then Ethan Klein retweets Nikita's tweet about the same fiance that you domestically abuse, like the one that I spoke about before, and says, "Talk to your friend James Charles about jail. Moses and Trisha are happy and work through it. It's weird that you're more worked up about a happy consensual couple than a literal P word in your immediate friend circle." And then Trisha Paytas says, "The stuff that Nikita brought up is stuff I did at my lowest. It really triggered me, and for what? Because she's problematic now and she has to dig through my past. She's a monster now and has zero remorse. Nikita might be the most trash person. She thinks she is untouchable and it's sickening. I'm not perfect at all, but I will always take accountability and do what it takes to help anyone I may have hurt. I blocked her and I'm logging off. She won. I'm honestly so upset. I'm shaking." And then Nikita Dragun retweeted this picture of Ethan Klein in alleged blackface. He's saying he's wearing a charcoal face mask, but there's a caption that says, "When she only dates black guys." So I'm hoping that this is fake because I do like Ethan Klein, but if it's not, I'm gonna have to question my alliances at the end of the day. And then Trisha Paytas says, "I've learned from my past. I finally got my mental illness under control a little. This all takes me a huge step back. I will always apologize and try to educate myself, try to grow. That's all I can do. I really was just hoping she could do the same." And then Trisha Paytas says, "It blows my mind how influencers can't see themselves as a little part of the problem. I try my best to no longer be." And then Ethan responded to that tweet of the face mask, basically saying, "Girl, you're reaching into the abyss. This is mud from the Dead Sea and a charcoal face mask." However, he didn't address the caption that he had, which was, "When you only date black guys." Def Noodles tweeted about some tweets that Nikita Dragun made in the past, since Nikita Dragun wants to dig up people's pasts. From 2012, she said, "Imagine being black, I could never." And then she said, "When you're so tan, you're black." So basically, those are all of the tweets. That was a mouthful and a half. I'm gonna need a drink of water after that. So basically, all in all, my conclusion on the whole situation is that Trisha Paytas and Nikita Dragun are both problematic. However, Nikita Dragun doesn't address her present day issues, whereas Trisha Paytas has addressed her past and present issues. She's much better at taking accountability. They're both problematic, but Nikita Dragun doesn't know how to take accountability to save her life. And also, this has nothing to do with you being trans. Yes, maybe Trisha Paytas could have chosen a better day than Trans Visibility Day to have a dig at you about your Snapchat show, but let's not try and spin this into something that it's not. You're both problematic. You've both done horrible shit. I think that this fight was messy and unnecessary, and you all should just both take a seat because you're both just as problematic as the next. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts. I would love to know. If you've not already, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. If you've not already, all my social media is linked down below, as well as a link to my second channel, my merch, my podcast, and my Cameo if you would like to check it out. And all the videos I mentioned will be linked below. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you in my next one. And as always, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye!